The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Church. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Gregory, he's going to go for a big play downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play there from McCaffrey. 54 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Watch the whip.
On second down now, it's Tate, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. 52. You run. 5'2" is the Mike. Mike's 5'2". Mike 5'2". You don't know no better. Mike 52.
2nd and 6. That's complete right around the 8. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
McCaffrey. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 34.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to left side. Church. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time. It's our time. Spoons! 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 No, 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 no!
They'll try the left side. Church looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Church. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 15, check 15. Undercook, undercook, undercook.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Gregory. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
On 3rd down, Beck. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 20 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Lucky.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So first and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Three buds.
Back to throw now on second and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They'll drop the throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
On second down, Church. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
Looking to throw. Gregory under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return on this one as that kick's out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On second down, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Mike 51. Let's go, D. 51 to Mike.
Now back to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And got his man complete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down. Tate. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Big stop, D.
On second down now, it's Tate, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
49, check 49.
On third down, O'Connell, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
52's the mic, boys. 52. No gain on this.
He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. We ain't beginning to go.
Back to throw here. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Back. Slam.
They'll try the left side. O'Connell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. O'Connell. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Field goals, all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Because special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gregory. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Push him back. Push him back.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne busting through to get him for a loss of 6. After the sack on 1st down, Gregory toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Gregory. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try the left side. O'Connell, and 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. I got you. Check 3. Check 3. Let's go. Come on. Come on. 52, Mike, 52. All day, baby, all day.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
65. 52 is the mic. Bring it over there, right? 52 is the mic. Hey.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Lacy. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Mike 51. Mike 51. You're not ready.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On first down, Church. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Church. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. Gregory. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Church. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Church. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Gregory. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 45-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Church.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On third down, Church. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down, Cowboys.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Beck. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Shoot. Check 31, check 31. Out. SOS.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Banjo. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Let's go one more. It's great. Where's 52? Watch 52.
They'll keep it on the ground. Tate, not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's 2nd and 8. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. You can't block me. You can't block me. Off. 52's the mic. 52's the mic. Check pass. Check pass.
They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big time pressure.
That's how we do it, baby.
The Redskins send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That's taken inside his own 40. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
32. And a Cowboy 1st down.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on 1st down. Church. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Church. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Now a toss coming right side. Church stiff-armed him. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll keep it on the ground. Church, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Church. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Partner, they took a knee to finish this one off. To me, that's the only thing they lost.
Yeah, trailed coming into the last frame. Got it done, taking the knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and it took a big 4th quarter to...
Bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team. They needed to, and